Well, news just coming in. The Tata Group chairman N. Chandrasekhar is to meet the Prime Minister today before the formal takeover of Air India. Do remember that the Indian government is likely to hand over Air India to the Tata Group today, nearly 69 years after it was taken from the conglomerate. After a competitive bidding process, of course, the government had on the 8th of October sold Air India to Tata Group. Let's go across to our senior executive editor, Abhishek Kapoor, who's now joining me. Abhishek, good morning. So it's going to be the formal handover of the Tata Group that we see today, but we are told that the Prime Minister will be meeting Mr. N. Chandrasekhar.
Yes, Nupur. So I think almost 4 months, October 8 to be precise, last year when the government had formally announced that the Tata Group has won the bidding for Air India, and hence the government sold off 100% of its stake in Air India, thus giving boost to its privatization program. But then this was like an albatross around its neck because of the huge debt that the Air India has, and no one was willing to buy. Ultimately, against the bidding price of 13,000 crore rupees, the Tata Group beat the SpiceJet Group by about 3,000 crore rupees, winning with 18,000 crore rupees bid. So the process was going on. Today, in fact, a formal handing over between the Air India board and the Tata board is going to take place so far as ownership of Air India and Air India it's a subsidiary airlines and 50% stake in the ground handling company Air India SATS is concerned. Before that, of course, the Tata Group chairman said to meet Prime Minister as a token of appreciation and a formality, a courtesy call, and before the great takeover and the handing over from Air India board to the Tata Group board happens, after which the Air India board would cease to exist. So this development, very important development happening today so far as government privatization program is concerned and overall airline industry is concerned. So far as the customers, consumers, suppliers are concerned, I think it would be a while before the Air India aircraft start flying under the Tata Group flag. And the only change perhaps we are told is that the Tata Group has devised an enhanced meal service, which would be sort of a gift to the customers and consumers who will be flying beginning today on some flights, which would subsequently be perhaps rolled out to the entire fleet of Air India that flies Nupur.
Absolutely. Abhishek Kapoor, our senior executive editor, joining us. Thank you very much for that. Let's go across to Jagruti now, who's joining me from the news desk. Jagruti, good morning. What we are learning, of course, is that it will still take a while for the Tata Group to essentially have their banner flying on all Air India flights. Tell us more of what we expect today.
Of course, today is a symbolic handover. So Tata is officially taking over after like 70 years. 70 years back, Tata sold the airlines to the government, and it's like a homecoming after 70 years. So yeah, it's a big deal, and as a symbolic gesture, the Tatas have introduced an enhanced meal service today, just like for this thing, and the Tatas won't, the airlines won't run under the Tata banner. That is, of course, because the government renamed the airline after when they took over from the Tatas. So yeah, this is a symbolic handover right now.
All right, Jagruti reporting on that. Thank you for joining us. So as we are hearing right now, of course, there is going to be a meeting that will be held between the Prime Minister and N. Chandrasekhar, the group chairman. And thereafter, we are told that the formal handing over process begins. But it will be a while before that airline actually starts to fly under the Tata banner.